After a decade of research in sporting applications of sensors, we are interested in forecasting demand in wearables, and by inference, opportunities for research and development services in this area. Wearable technology has emerged into the mainstream marketplace in the last few years. Loosely, we can define this as something you wear that has a technology basis, and there is a wide range of wearable technologies now emerging in the marketplace as leisure and fitness products. Wearables have also been labelled as a disruptive technology. To forecast, we need to define and constrain the question to representative portions of the wearables marketplace: wearable fitness sensors. We will use mobile phones as a technology analogue to guide our forecast. Mobiles are now a mature market with over a decade of sales, yet they are sufficiently similar that we can use their historical trends to give us an idea of growth, uptake, and how the market supply and demand might drive wearables. By looking at these global trends, we can draw some conclusions about opportunities and how to position ourselves domestically. Fitness sensors today seem to be largely feature-driven. There is a wide variety of products, from no-name pedometers to multinational brands like Nike and Apple. The market has no single dominant player, and so we can assume free market conditions. The primary applications are in sport, fitness, and health. Supply forecasts for wearables can be determined by the component technologies, like Bluetooth, which show that the market will continue to develop. Moore's law, a technology trend that drives available features, shows us that there are likely to be no practical limits to continued feature growth for the next decade at least. As this is a relatively new market to make predictions for demand in the medium term, it's useful to look at our market analogue to see how the market demand will behave into the future. The mobile phone has changed the way we communicate and more. Whilst its price point of around $500 is a lot more than wearables, there are some useful insights to be gained from them. Mobiles brought a convergence of multiple technologies, like cameras and portable computing, and specialist solutions through the development of apps. It's changed the way people use phones and many other technologies as well. Now that many players are in the marketplace, there is also lots of opportunity. We see that a want product has become a need product, and that the price has remained relatively static and is driven by features instead. Supply and demand curves show how the market was behaving a decade ago, in orange, to how it's behaving today, in blue. We see an almost constant price over the period and an annualized growth of around 20% in market size. Globally, the market still hasn't saturated, with increasing demand from developing nations and a rising middle class in Asia driving the market. Historically, the phone pushed into other markets, like cameras and computing, and now players in these markets have entered the phone market, for example Microsoft and Apple. Many of these behaviours are being seen in wearables as well. So what's the market outlook? We see a lot of similarities between phones and fitness sensors in the way they take on technology, and see them pushing into other market segments as well, for example wristwatch and health fields. Convergence may see them enter the market phone as well. We project there will be increasing growth from today's $7 billion a year, and growth will be on par with the 20% growth in the phone market, and that this will continue for the next decade. While price will remain almost static, functionality will continue to drive the market. So what's the local outlook? We see an opportunity to leverage our nation's comparative advantages of expertise in sports and in sciences to build smarter fitness sensors. At 2%, Australia is a relatively small market, so to reach and be competitive globally, we need to partner with strong international brands and manufacturing powerhouses such as those in Asia.